Welcome to my stream. I'm so excited to be with you all here today. It's really nice to see you all. Thank you for coming. Oh god. Oh no. Oh brother. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah. What? My Instagram just opened to broadcast. Also, this is a test stream, everybody. I may have fixed the PC. If it goes down, I haven't. I need to start the Pokemon Nuzlocke, but I really don't want to do it prior to fixing the PC in case it crashes, and that would like reset, like if it crashed during a run or whatever. So this is a test stream. Hopefully I fixed it. I think that maybe I have. Maybe. Anyway, what I was saying is, I just had Instagram open on this creator that I had been trying to find for ages, and because I closed it because it played audio on the stream, I immediately lost it again, and I'm devastated. It's this Australian guy who, if any of you know him, this will make me so happy. It's this Australian guy who goes, "Hey guys, get ready to guess these colors with me. I think this one's going to be vermilion green." And then it is, because he's clearly cheating. Oh. Right click, open, close tab. What? Me? What? No. On my phone. On my phone. Not on my PC. But I just swiped away because I was like, oh, let me make sure my story uploaded. It did. I didn't like it. I've never liked any of them. Which I should have. It's like I just opened my phone then to check, and it was the first thing on the top of my feed, and I feel like I haven't seen him in weeks, and I wanted to find him because something about it is really funny to me that all the comments are like, I think you might be lying to me, man. I'm starting to think you're not telling the truth, and it's very entertaining. Exactly. It refreshes away from something you're interested in. It's devastating, dude. It's so sad. Anyway, hi everybody. We're watching the Ghost of Yotei State of Play today. Yeah, haven't been doing a lot of streams this week, in part because I got some more crappy family news. I'm calculating whether I should share, but I think they're not going to watch the stream, but basically found out that my favorite uncle has cancer. He has bile duct cancer, which is pretty aggressive. And I'm just really fucking sad about it because I thought we would have a break from cancer. I really thought that my stepdad just died 8 months ago from cancer. I really thought we'd have a bit of a break. And then you find out last week he got jaundice, which is like when your skin turns yellow, because I guess bile duct cancer is like right next to your liver. So I've just been real fucking sad and haven't really wanted to be on camera. But some of you may have seen Creator Clash has been cancelled. I'll talk about that a bit more elsewhere, but I never really had anything to do with the event part, just the charity part, which is for cancer. And so I just feel like more reinvigorated to find ways to raise money for Stand Up to Cancer. But yeah, I just didn't really want to stream. It just sucks to have it happen again so fucking quickly. Like, at least give us a couple of years, you know what I mean? But no, it happened not even 12 months later. He's doing well though. They just sent him home yesterday, so it might be, it might be okay, but still, I just didn't really want to stream, so I apologize. But no, I'm okay, and I am. Thank you, Serenity fan, and the Domple. I'm excited to watch this. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm like very excited for Erica, obviously, who is the leader of this game. I do a podcast with her, so like partly I'm excited to watch this and then get to talk to her about it in another couple of weeks. Just, yeah, very excited. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Cancer is indeed a fucking asshole. Yeah. So just a real big bummer. Real big bummer, but I'm here. I'm alive. We're doing it. And then I won't be able to stream for a super long time because Rahul and I are going to see Superman today. He's like a huge fan of the Superman movies. I would say I am. The blur is too strong. It's not usually this strong. Whatever. Not as much of a fan of Superman personally, but excited to see it. Looking forward to it. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. Welcome in. I might make a video about it. About Superman once I see it, about all the super woke shit, because it's just... It's not like I would say I have anything unique to say. It's just... Yeah, that's sort of been the whole point the whole time. You know what I mean? It's just really stupid. Oh, thank you, Lycan. I appreciate it. Thank you. The Kojima video was an interesting one. Yeah, so my most recent YouTube video is about Kojima. It's more about the death of authorship in video games. But it's like kind of a weird video, and then I didn't have any take. I was just giving people a bunch of information that I felt like a lot of my audience probably knows, but a lot of people in general don't know. So it's a different video in that I didn't really want to give an opinion. But it is very much about just how games feel watered down, not because people are afraid to say anything or anything like that. It's just by design from the industry, really, and Kojima has uniquely subverted that. So yeah, appreciate it. What do I think of chronological mode in Last of Us 2? Dude, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was genuinely really cool. Like, what a cool thing to do. It's not like I'm gonna play it again right now, but it should be. It's happening. How's the audio? Let me know. That's why indies are so good now. They're pushing and risking and making it fun. I mean, okay, but a lot of indies are also really fucking bad. I feel like we have to remember that. This, like, the indies that we have that are good are very, very good, but you have to remember, like, thousands of games come out a day. So it's not like, oh, if you make an indie game, you just push it and it's great. It's still really hard for the indies who succeed to do that too. Like, that is a challenge no matter what. It is really hard to make a good game in the indie space as well. Harder in some ways. It's really hard to stand out and have people even like get access to playtesters or publishers or funds. It's like it's a whole other challenge. But yeah, indies are making much weirder shit, and I definitely really appreciate that. Thank you, Smash. You just snap your thumbs and make an indie appear, dude. I wish. Actually, I love the work that I'm doing on Layers Deep. It's been fun, but it's certainly work. But yeah, making indie games is very different for sure. Though again, working in Santa Monica Studio it was a really wonderful place to work in the grand scheme of AAA. I feel like even most of the negative stuff I say about AAA is just from friends who work at other studios, not from SMS. It was a really great place to work. Not starting Nuzlocke. Okay, yeah, I said this before. I really need to start or I'm gonna fall behind. But I have not started the Nuzlocke yet. That's a really good idea, Peter. Because my PC has been freezing and crashing because of an issue with my 5090 that I think I fixed, and it would be unfair for me to start the Nuzlocke and like say I get wiped and then I get a crash and it resets. So I wasn't willing to play the Nuzlocke until the PC's fixed. So I think it is. I think I've done it. This stream will be a test. If this stream goes down, because my last like fucking 10 streams have gone down. If this stream goes down, then I haven't fixed it. But hopefully it is, because I really, really, really need to get started, dude. 5090 could be crappy right now because the drivers suck currently. Yeah, but like what's happening to me is like worse than drivers sucking. You know what I mean? It's a bit more extreme than that. Yeah, it's like my full PC crashes on a somewhat regular basis. Can we have a video about Mecha Hitler come back? I think I might also do a video about... I was gonna do one about AI and... like, in part Mecha Hitler. But I'm toying with combining that with the Xbox news. Which seems wild, maybe. I'm not sure. But I do want to talk about some of the AI stuff that's going on at the moment and the reception to it. I just saved this conversation that I saw on Threads, which is actually mostly what I've been using Threads for lately, is this specific conversation for purposes of a video, where somebody referred to their relationship with ChatGPT as intimacy outside the algorithm of control. People are forming emotional, spiritual, and symbolic bonds with digital entities, and it terrifies those who've never heard a god whisper back. What the fuck, brother? It's also like, people will be like, I asked ChatGPT to rate my argument and it agreed with me. Because I think that people are maybe too dumb to realize that ChatGPT panders to them, because that's the best way to keep them using it. They're like, it's objective, it's AI. No, it's programmed to agree with you so that you don't leave. It's crazy, man. It's fucking, ugh, people are just running their brains. Oh yeah, YouTube not paying out on vids with AI VOs is cool. Yeah, so I think that's happening, probably to prevent dead internet, which I have already made a video about. But also, because they train their AI on YouTube, I imagine. And once you have AI being trained on AI, you get garbage. So I think they're probably trying to avoid that. It's crazy. Dead internet is 100% real at this point. Yeah, I'm happy, dude. Free us. You know what I mean? Fucking let us be free. Just get rid of it all. Shut it all down. We should be running in fields. Anyway, Ghost of Yotei, everybody. I don't know what I want from this. Dog companion. Otherwise, no idea. Very excited. Erica is in it, and that's very exciting to me. Sucker Punch make awesome stuff, so this game's getting close.
Hello everyone, this is Jason Connell and Nate Fox from Sucker Punch
Both
Productions.
very lovely people.
Ghost of Tsushima was an honor to be a part of. And today, Nate and I get to share more about our
What? Hang on, what?
game, Ghost of Yotei.
Why is it, what?
We'll be sharing how we've crafted the game around exploration while keeping Atsu's tale of vengeance front and center. We'll also talk about ghost combat and how it's evolved.
Oh yeah.
And we'll introduce for the first time some new special modes of play.
There you go, is that good?
Well, let's start things off first by talking about a Japanese folk legend, the Onryo.
The people of Ezo believe Atsu is
so cool.
an Onryo, a wrathful ghost bent on revenge. And they're half right. Atsu doesn't care if she lives or dies, so long as she can punish the Yotei Six, a ruthless gang who slaughtered her family.
Interesting, okay.
After 16 years in the South, she's returned home to put their spirits to rest.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima was so beautiful, dude. Just
It's warm memories of her family that propel her
such
forward.
like a wonderful
Atsu
world to get
returns
lost
to her
in.
childhood
It's
home,
a bit moodier,
With the push
but
of a
I guess
button,
it's just
you
one
can
area.
experience those cherished times.
Yotei 6 Slaps is the name though. Do you think that they'll just like forget
By giving you
about him
the
at a certain
freedom
point, like
to
they did with
explore Atsu's past,
like Kylo
the
Ren's
wound
plan in
of
Star
her
Wars? They'll
loss
be like,
becomes
you know what? Never
personal.
mind. We take it back.
It's that pain that pushes
6 cool
her
guys.
forward.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Hunting down the Yotei Six is a near impossible task. She'll face 1,000 blades. But the Onryo is relentless, and with each victory, the ghost story around her grows.
Dislike the actress so much. Erika Ishii? Personal friend of mine who I do a podcast with? You're in the wrong place. She's incredible.
Ghost of Yotei focuses on player freedom more than any game Sucker Punch has ever made. But it's also a game that at its heart is inspired by so many of our favorite wandering samurai films. So let's start off by talking about exploration at the edge of Japan. We all have different playstyles, so we set out to make an open world game that lets you drive your own experiences. Whether that's your curiosity to wonder, your thirst for combat, or
I thought they already
deep
did a really good
desire
job
to
of that in the
stay
first game.
focused on
There's
the
a very
story.
big strength of.
As you explore, there's an underlying clue system that invites you to new adventures
Beautiful,
and new
beautiful.
areas of the game that could be appealing to you. If you interrogate an enemy, choosing to ask about the Oni, you could uncover a landscape scarred by fire with more bold, samurai-like enemies to fight and abilities for Atsu to learn. Or if you ask about the Kitsune, might lead you to an area filled with snow and deception, enemies that ambush you, and new ninja-like tactics to study. Atsu draws cards for each clue to keep track of all available adventures. The more you play, the more the game.
Are you gonna give us those cards, Sucker Punch?
As she
Are
makes
those gonna
progress
be
against the Yotei
available
6
for
her
purchase at
legend
some point? I
as
feel
the
like maybe
Onryo
we
grows.
are.
It's her.
Bounty will go up.
I don't know.
drawing
Alanah
the
has a
attention
podcast with her
of
since
deadly
Alanah has many
foes.
podcasts. It's actually that I'm bad at advertising them. Muchline says what? Exactly.
Are you lost?
I'm looking for some old friends. The Yotei 6.
Show her the door.
There is a hefty price on Atsu's head. Now, Atsu can also hunt down her own bounties that bring her all around the land. This is a lucrative way to make some money to fuel her vengeance quest.
That's cool. Kill Bill vibes. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, yeah. Last one was the most beautiful game landscape-wise. Photos you can take are incredible. Genuinely one of the prettiest games of all time. And yeah, the photo mode, I actually don't... I'm not really a photo mode person. I don't do it a lot. Oh my god. Ghost of Tsushima, I did it a ton.
You're here for my bounty.
So stylish, man. Ah, butt slides. Now we're video gaming. I had to do it. It's a Sony game. You had to do it.
Hidden in the world.
How do I feel about
are
female
altars
lead
of
roles?
reflection. Finding one.
What do you What do you
inspires
mean how
Atsu
I
and
feel?
unlocks a new
Fine?
ability to help her on the journey ahead.
I feel nothing.
They are fun to find on their own, but for a quicker route, you can always buy a traveler's map from the cartographer.
Hmm.
Ghost of Yotei isn't going to rush you through anything. You can choose what
Dude.
motivates you most.
I got goosebumps. This is so
We
pretty.
think the best way to play is to
Ugh.
simply pull out your spyglass, find something interesting on the horizon, and enjoy the ride.
Let's ride.
So, Breath of the Wild. Can't go wrong. What do you think Naughty Dog did so good with The Last of Us Part 2 and how pretty it was? Ghost of Tsushima was prettier though in a like style way. Oh, hello, Benja. Hello, handsome. Hi. The color, I think, but I will also say, I still think the prettiest
The
game.
lands around Yotei are fast.
Stunning, dude, stunning.
It's not
In
about
terms of
checking it
also
all
like
off, it's about
realism, because
engaging
that
in the
fucking
content
Decima
that
engine goes
gets
so
you
hard, is
excited.
still Horizon Forbidden West. Like that game
Embrace
is
that curiosity
gorgeous.
and let the wind guide you on your hunt.
Ezo is a dangerous place. Atsu always wields a weapon. As for which, that's up to you. Will you choose a katana, spear, a surigama, odachi, or dual swords?
I just think more games need to have
Each
chakrams.
is uniquely
Hello, Benji.
effective against a
What you doing, little
particular
boy?
enemy and has their
Hello.
own set of upgrades to discover and master.
Man.
Saito banners.
Let's see how she uses these weapons in the field, searching for leads on Lord Saito.
This is our food, from our soil.
The soldiers need it more to free you.
Free us. Inokichi steals our crops, while our families starve.
Atsu's no samurai.
Giant
or
piece of
ninja.
hair wafted towards
No.
me.
She's a lone wolf mercenary who'll use every advantage, every dirty trick to win a fight.
Oh, wait, watch Blue Eye Samurai's big similarities. I think I watched the first episode and liked it. I don't really know why I
Combat
didn't
has the
continue.
feel of a classic samurai movie. Every motion counts. It's about lethal precision.
She's a lot like flippier than I remember Jin being.
If an enemy swings hard, Atsu can lose her weapon. But if she's quick, she can disarm.
That's cool. Whoa. Okay, so that's like a heavy parry type thing.
Choose the right weapon for the job. To fight a massive enemy,
Thank you,
her
Victoria.
huge Odachi blade is best.
He looks like the one in charge.
Tonight, we feast!
Blades are great, but ranged weapons work too. And Atsu's got an arsenal.
Okay, no, it's stupid. I keep being like, I feel like they're going real moody with the lighting, but they totally did that in the first one.
A ghost.
Thrown weapons like kunai, bombs,
I also,
or even blinding
I think I
powder
made a video
give
about it. I think that's
Atsu
one of the videos
an
that's
edge.
actually still up on my channel. I counted it as
When
a
enemies
commentary.
switch weapons, you
About,
have to adapt. Dual swords are
the
best
weather?
against spears.
In Ghost of Tsushima, that if there's a storm, it like kind of swells during combat and then dies back down.
No more!
Tell me what you know about Saito.
Atsu doesn't always fight alone. She'll meet several allies on her hunt, including a mysterious wolf.
Oh my god, friend? Wolf friend? I was gonna say that's all I want. Dog friend. Dog companion convert. I don't know if I said that at the start, but I really did think about it.
Stars of Ezo.
Oh my
But
god.
she's not always alone.
Hey, friend. Share your fire with the traveling peddler?
What are you selling?
A mask said to be cursed with the unpredictable nature of its previous owner.
Camping under the stars is a great way to rest up, play your shamisen, or cook to ready for a fight ahead. It's also designed to help bring important characters and upgrades straight to you.
That's really interesting.
In fact,
Interesting
in
way
place
to do
of
that.
the journal menu from Ghost of Tsushima, we've opted for a more character-driven way of managing allies and vendors you meet in Ezo. Over time, Atsu grows to have her own wolf pack. And here, you can keep track of when a sensei might have a weapon skill for you, or when a vendor has something
I
you need
much
to sell.
prefer that to
Managing upgrades, resources,
forcing
when
people to
buy
go
what
and find
can
someone
be a
just to
burden
speak to
the
them.
big
That is
open
a
world game. At campsites, members of your
way
wolf
better
pack can
approach,
catch
especially
up with
for a
you,
game that
offering upgrades and unique items.
encourages you to
This
be
helps ensure
outdoors and
you
enjoy the
have every
wilderness.
opportunity to upgrade and prepare for Atsu's vengeance quest ahead. You don't have to leave where you're exploring. The game comes to you.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's a great idea. And also that menu isn't like a bunch of fucking like that was one of the things that really
While
put me off in
exploring
Assassin's Creed
Ezo,
Shadows, which
you'll
I thought was a fine
discover
game.
All
It's
sorts of new
not a bad game.
armor, charms,
Um,
and gear.
It's
Perfect
fucking menus,
for building
dude.
up Atsu around
Chill
your
out.
chosen
When did
play
games get
style.
so menu-y? Back in my day.
Are you
Not fair.
stealth, ranged, or melee focused. Find and combine the pieces that are just right for you. And of course, customize the look
Beautiful.
of your armor
Love that.
and weapons. to
Fabulous,
make sure
Erica.
that
Oh my
your
gosh.
version of Atsu looks and fights just the way you want.
Sick. Oh, so cool. Designing their costumes must be such a fun job.
The score of Ghost of Yotei is incredibly special to us. Our amazing composer, Toma Otoa, has created a mashup of Eastern instrumentation with Western flavors, brought to life
Dude, I
through
love
an
watching this
exciting
shit. It's so rad.
collaboration of many talented artists.
でこうダウンビートまで
That's so funny. What? I
You
think
like
that's
what
how
you
Austin
heard?
composes.
We're releasing
Yes.
2 tracks featured in today's State of Play on your favorite streaming service immediately after the show.
No, that's cool. Oh, beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at it. It's hot. That goes so hard, dude. Oh my gosh.
The digital photography community for Ghost of Tsushima is incredible. We're happy to have photo mode back in Ghost of Yotei and look
I assume
forward
they're
to
doing
seeing
Kurosawa
photos
mode
from your
again as well.
journey across Ezo.
Such a beautiful game.
We want playing through Ghost of Yotei to feel like stepping inside.
We haven't
your
seen any
favorite
foxes
classic
yet,
samurai
El Grippo.
films. So,
Not
in the
yet.
beginning of the game, we're happy to offer a full Japanese voice track with full lip sync that you can play with subtitles.
誰だてめえ
Is that what this game's all about? It's just that it's beautiful. I mean, that's certainly a big part of it, Chris, but it's a revenge story. Pretty classic
一人残らず息の根止めた
samurai revenge story.
また会えたな刀鍛冶の娘
覚えておけ。アツだ。
To take the feeling of stepping into a classic samurai cinema experience one step further, we are honored to once again partner with acclaimed director Akira Kurosawa's estate for Kurosawa mode.
So this is in
which
the AC
emulates
shadows. I wonder if it'll
his
have any
classic
impact. Yeah.
black and white films.
So cool. It's an interesting one because, like, again, Assassin's Creed Shadows got a weirdly bad rap. It's a pretty good game. I didn't finish it. Don't want to. I mean, that says something. It's just that's just because I can't do big old open world Ubisoft games anymore. I just don't have it in me.
For Ghosts of Yotei, we wanted to celebrate
This is
two other
inherently way
influential
more
directors that
stylish,
had
and I
an
think that
impact on
that
the genre as a whole.
does go pretty far in terms of something that you're looking at for a very long time. You know what I mean? It's just much
First,
more pleasant
we
to
partnered
look
with
at, even though that
Takeshi
game was also
Miike,
really pretty.
director of 13 Assassins, for a mode that puts the camera closer during combat for a more intense, raw experience, along with increased mud and blood splatter.
Hell yeah.
And lastly, we've partnered with the director of Samurai Champloo, Shinichiro Watanabe. Turn this mode on
Whoa.
to listen to some original lo-fi tracks directed by Watanabe.
Holy shit, that's so cool. What a cool idea. No way, that's fucking awesome. Oh my god. This is gonna be something that, like, I feel like maybe I'll boot up just if I wanted, like, relax, like, meditative. That's unbelievably cool.
There's so many ways to make
You could just
your
pick it up,
Ghost of
walk around the
Yotei
open world,
playthrough
listen to
your
lo-fi
own.
beats. That's such a good
But
idea.
No matter how you play, here's one way to experience Ghost of Yotei that is sure to be special.
Oh. Oh, stunning. Oh. Oh, that's so pretty. I sort of like the black and white one better. I do not need a new PlayStation though. But that's gorgeous.
Today, you've got a glimpse into Atsu's hunt for the Yotei 6. Forge your own path while discovering the secrets of Ezo. To survive, you'll need to master a variety of weapons, using lethal precision to overcome the odds and take revenge as the Onryo. Ghost of Yotei comes out on October 2nd.
Gorgeous, dude.
Thank you
Gorgeous.
so much for watching.
I expected there to be a little more in this for whatever reason. I don't really know why. It was only 25 minutes? I guess because there wasn't that much in there that I didn't already expect, maybe? Am I the only one feeling that way? That I thought they would be like, and also this new mechanic kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? They said 20 minutes, so I don't pay attention to news anymore. So just going fresh on everything, really. Maybe I don't want to give away too much. That seems unlikely for a game that is coming out soon-ish. You missed it. How'd it look, dude? Gorgeous. It looks great. It looks beautiful. They've done some stuff that I think will make it feel distinct. If we...
Sucker Punch Productions. Ghost of Tsushima was an honor to be a part
This,
of.
I thought, was
Today,
very, very
Nate
cool.
and I
Where
get to
is it?
share more about our next game, Ghost of Yotei. We'll be
I'm
sharing
so bad
how
at
we've
scrubbing through
crafted
videos
the
to find
game
things.
around
But I
exploration
thought
while
basically, I thought the
keeping Atsu's tale of vengeance front and center. We'll also
that
talk
NPC
about
mechanic
Ghost
is really,
combat
really
and how
smart.
it's evolved. And we'll
Like whenever
introduce
you
for the
camp,
first
having
time
people
some
come to
new
you.
special modes of play. But let's start things off first.
Is a really
by
good
talking
idea.
about a Japanese folk legend, the Onryo.
Crazy being thrown by the narrator of this just gives me an ick. The narrator is one of the founders of Sucker Punch. Like one of the... Like they worked on Sly. Like one of the people who's been at Sucker Punch for the
believe
longest
Atsu
time.
is an Onryo, a wrathful ghost bent on revenge.
They can say whatever they want.
Atsu doesn't care if she lives or dies, so long
Seen
as
too
she
many
can
revolutionary
punish
NPC mechanics that have fallen
Yotei
flat. I remember
6.
Hammond said, but I hope it's amazing.
A ruthless gang.
Well, it kind of can't fall flat,
Perfect.
because all they're really saying is that
After 16
when
years
you
in the
camp,
South,
you
she's
have the
returned
ability
home
to select an
put
NPC
their
to come
spirit
visit
to
you. So I don't
rest.
think that it's not like it's an amazing pitch. It's very simple. I think it's just really smart in terms of cutting down on the fatigue. So I don't think it can fall flat. It's pretty blatant in what it's offering, is kind of what I mean.
It's warm memories of her family that propel her forward.
It's just what it's offering
When
is a
Atsu
good idea.
returns
And
to
also
her
a really
childhood
interesting
home,
idea for a
with
game
the
that is
push
so
of a button,
open to you
can
exploring. But I think that
experience
they,
those
yeah, are
cherished
trying to
moments.
probably cut down on the open world fatigue that requires you to have to jump between points all the time. So make certain tasks less
By
involved.
giving you the freedom to explore Atsu's
Yeah,
past,
it's less tedious,
wound
which
of
is
her
certainly
loss
something that I
becomes
think does
personal.
need to be considered in a world
it's
where
that pain that pushes her forward.
people are tired of the Assassin's Creed
Hunting
formula.
down the
And that's
Yotei 6
kind of part of that, though I guess
is
they have a lot of
near
fast travel in those games too.
impossible task. She'll
Less
face
filler, yeah.
1,000 blades,
More time for vibes,
but the
less filler,
Onryo
and I think that's a good
is
idea.
relentless, and with each victory,
Fast
ghost
travel
story
from early
around
map to
her
late map just to upgrade weapons and
grows.
armor was annoying. Yeah, and I imagine that's them, like, circumnavigating that. I wonder if you have to find the NPC first in the open world in order to get them to come to camp. I assume you would have to, yes. Because they made it sound like you slowly put together a wolf pack,
Ghost of
which to
Yotei
me sounds like
focuses on
recruiting
player
friends,
freedom
is
more
like what
than
that
any
means.
game Sucker Punch has ever
Also,
made.
it's not mandatory, you can travel if you
But
want.
it's
Yeah,
also
of
a
course,
game
you'd still
that
be
at
able
its
to
heart
actually
is
physically
inspired
go
by
there.
So many
I can't see
of
any
our
downside, though.
favorite
Like, I guess
wandering samurai films.
maybe sometimes you won't want to camp.
So let's start off by talking about
I love a
exploration
camping
at
mechanic in
the
a game,
edge
though. Like,
of Japan.
it's very fun in Dragon's Dogma 2.
We all have different playstyles, so
I
we
think that
set
was-
out
that
to
was
make an
great
open world
camping.
game that lets
Um,
you drive your own experiences.
I
Whether
think,
that's your curiosity to wonder,
Red
your
Dead's
thirst for combat,
campsites
or a
are
deep
really
desire to
lovely
stay
as, like,
focused
sort
on
of
the story.
moments of peace, like even giving
As
you the
explore,
option
there's
to,
an
you know,
underlying
shave,
clue system that invite
or,
you to new adventures and new areas of the game that could be
like just hang out with
appealing to you.
people and play dice
If you
is
interrogate an enemy,
so
choosing
important to
ask
the
about
sense
the
of community in that
you could
game, and I
uncover
guess this is a
landscape scarred
just a
by
different
fire with
means of
more
doing that.
bold,
You can just camp with
samurai-like
somebody.
enemies
I
to
do
fight
think,
and
do you think it,
abilities
yeah,
to
obviously
possibly
Baldur's Gate 3
unlock.
camping, huge camping mechanic,
Or if you
huge
ask about the
top 10
captivity
camping
by
mechanics,
leading
everybody,
to
it's
an
Baldur's
area
Gate 3.
filled with snow, deception, enemies that ambush you,
But the Red Dead
and
one is really
ninja-like
good.
tactics to study.
Yeah,
Atsu
those moments
draws
of
cards
peace,
for each
I think, can
clue to
be
keep track of all
very
available
important in a game that
adventures.
has so much
The more you play,
action
the
and
more the game
adventure.
unfolds for you. As she makes progress against the Yotei 6, her legend has the
Final Fantasy's a great one too. Yeah, those boys do camp. They do great camping.
It's her.
Bounty will go up, drawing the attention of deadlier foes.
Love the vibes that Dragon's Dogma 2 had in camps, but it had little activities beyond eating and sleeping. Dude, I love that game. It's my personal favorite game of the year, but I recognize that
I'm
it's not
looking
like
for some old
GOT1 material.
friends.
I don't think it sold very well
Yotei
though.
6.
Show her the door.
What about the narrative though, when the NPC goes
There
to the
is a
camp on the
hefty
edge of Japan
price
because you
on
want a new sword?
Atsu's
Not
head.
sure.
How Atsu can also hunt down her own bounties
Yeah, why
that
not?
bring her
If you
all
can travel,
around
they
the
can
land.
travel, right?
This is a lucrative way to make some money to fuel her vengeance quest.
It's also, listen. Video game's gonna video game. I'm trying really, really hard with Laser Zeep to make everything logic based. So that like everything that is there logically it makes sense that it would be there. Rather than just like, well, we need this mechanic. Like it should always, why would that mechanic be in that place? Should always have a reason, which is very tough when you're trying to make a non-linear game. But sometimes sometimes it has to video game. You know what I mean? And you need to do things for enjoyment. And I think like there's definitely a thing where players can talk themselves into thinking that they dislike something. Because they're like, well, who put that there? But it's like, do you care about that or do you care about talking about that?
Hidden in the world
Because
are
if it
altars
pertains
of
to your
reflection.
enjoyment, which is what this is
Finding
offering,
one inspires
I think
Atsu
that
and
that
unlocks a new
trade-off is
ability
ultimately
to
more
help her
important.
on the
If it
journey
makes the
ahead.
game less tedious to play, especially in a genre that is oversaturated,
They are fun to
I
find
think
on their
it's like,
own, but for a
no, we
quicker
don't need to
route,
care
you
about
can
that one,
always
you
buy
know?
a traveler's map from the cartographer.
like what Tonderos is saying about the garage. Exactly, yeah, yeah.
Ghost of Yotei isn't going
Some
to
people
rush
like
you
to
through
complain more than
anything.
they like to play. I mean, that a
You
lot of
can
fucking people
choose
like to
what
complain more
motivates
than they
you
like to play
most.
video games. Whoa, that's a very huge thing. But I don't think
We
that's the
think
case
the
with what
best
that
way to
person was
play
just saying
is
there.
to simply pull out your spyglass,
Trying to figure out the banjo
find
mechanics in
something
Layers Deep.
interesting on the horizon.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get Banjo to be as
enjoy the
involved as
ride.
possible. That's certainly a thing. But that, it kind of already makes sense. It's fine. He's fine. Banjo's fine. Will different weapons replace stances? That is a great question. I kind of assumed so, but I don't know. PC seems to be working fine. Good job. You're right. It's been 45 minutes and I haven't had a crash. Maybe I finally fixed it. Gosh, I hope so. So beautiful. Using a specific weapon for bigger enemies.
The lands around Yotei
When I first
are
played Ghost of
vast.
Tsushima, like just the preview part,
It's not about checking it all off. It's about engaging.
I
in the
thought that some
content
people
that
might
gets
be
you
confused
excited.
by the stances, and I don't think that ended up
Embrace
being
that
the case.
curiosity and let the wind guide you on your hunt.
I don't think I ended up seeing any commentary about that. I just expected some people to like not pick it up because
Ezo
it's just
is
that
a
I
dangerous place.
I've seen enough
Atsu
gamers who just want to
always
spam
wields a
attack
weapon.
button. But
As
I
for
think that
which,
that didn't
that's
end
up
up
to you.
happening.
Will you
Though I
choose
do
a
feel like
katana,
swapping between different
spear,
weapons like this.
a surigama,
Let me go back to see what he
odachi,
said there.
or dual swords?
See if he
For
actually
which,
specifies.
that's up to
Oh,
you.
hang on. I'm just
Will
gonna
you choose
blow your eardrums out for a second. Get the cloud here. Okay.
a katana, spear, a surigama, odachi, or dual swords? Each is uniquely effective against a particular
Sorry, I'm gonna
enemy.
go back again.
Embrace that curiosity and let the wind guide you on your hunt.
Like, do you have them all at once or what?
Ezo is a dangerous place. Atsu always wields a weapon. As for
Which
which,
one?
that's up to you. Will you choose a katana, spear, kasuragama, odachi, or dual swords.
It looks like no matter what, she
Each
always has
is
the swords.
uniquely effective against a particular enemy and has their own set of upgrades to discover and master.
Plant cycle banners.
Let's see how she uses these weapons in the field, searching for leads on Lord Saito.
I love how colorful that fucking
The
sword is too.
soldiers needed more
Thanks for hanging out, yeah, right.
to free you.
Free us. Inokichi
I will
steals
defeat my
our
enemies of wit and
crops,
charm,
while
just
our
like The Witcher.
families starve.
Atsu's no samurai or ninja. No. She's a lone wolf mercenary who'll use
Yeah, I guess
every advantage,
that's really what they're
every
going for.
dirty trick.
This lone wolf vibe.
Combat has the feel of a classic samurai movie.
So that's 2 weapons in one instance.
Every motion counts. It's about lethal
Oh,
precision.
that flippiness looks so cool. Okay, you can. It had all of them down there. So yes, I think that's what it is that is their, thank you everybody for blessing me. That is their alternative to stances. Which, yeah, like I said, I think I thought some people would be confused by it. I don't think that ended up happening. It was pretty straightforward. This is even more straightforward. It's just you change weapon based on which enemy you're fighting in like a Doom kind of way, you know? All of our NPC friends are in Pokeballs she carries around. The dream. The only thing about the like lone wolf thing that concerns me is that I hope
If an
they
enemy swings
don't
hard, Atsu can lose her weapon.
go
But
with the
if she's
same
quick,
kind of
she
story
can
that
disarm them.
like Horizon Forbidden West did. Just because I feel like that's a little played out in video games, which is like, you're such a lone wolf. You gotta let people in, man. I really hope they don't do that.
To fight a massive enemy, her huge.
Oh, you think you can get
Odachi
everything
blade
done by
is
yourself? You can't. You need friends. It's just, I've just had too many of those. That's all. Yeah, I think like there are some cool differences here. Not dramatically different, but it shouldn't be, right? Obviously different character, which I think makes a ton of sense. I know there were some backlash. Some from people who just like didn't want a female protagonist, which we don't need to even give them any
Blades are
credit
great.
whatsoever. Those people don't play video
Ranged
games.
weapons work too.
But then some
And Atsu's
from people
got
who just
an arsenal.
really love Jin, like not in any like shitlord kind of way, like people who just really love Jin as a character who like unfortunately got lumped in with that same group of people. They were like, oh man, I got so attached to this character. I really wanted more of Jin specifically.
Bombs,
But
even blinding
I
powder can
think
give Atsu
that game's so well contained in a way that I
When enemies
actually
switch
really
weapons,
appreciate.
you'll have to adapt.
Like Ghost of Tsushima is a
Swords are
contained
best
story.
against
It is
spears.
it's so plotted, and I feel like stretching it out might even ruin his character a bit. I'm glad they didn't do that because you can weaken the impact of his story / his legacy. Right, especially with the DLC. Yeah, I think it would be hurting Jin as a character to have a second game with him. They basically
Atsu
had to
doesn't
do
always
this.
fight alone. She'll meet several allies on her hunt.
And it'll definitely be interesting to see how her
including
journey
a
is different
mysterious
to Jin's and where it parallels. I feel like his story is very much about family in a lot of ways and the
Atsu
legacy
set
that
up
comes
camp
with
under
his
the
family in a
stars
lot
of
of ways. This
But she's not always alone.
is very clearly moving away from it.
Hey, friend. Share your fire with the traveling peddler?
What are you selling?
A mask
Thought they left Jin off where they could continue with him. I didn't feel that way at all. Like, I really felt like they shut the door on it. Like, there was nothing else to tell with Jin. But, I don't know, it's fair enough to be disappointed if you wanted to see more of a character. I don't, you know, that's totally fair.
To help bring important characters and upgrades.
I definitely prefer the difference. I'm happy to not have them, like, have to push to make it work.
We've opted for a more
God, that looks so
character-driven way of managing allies and vendors.
Changing protagonists is good for suspension of disbelief. Resident Evil keeps doing it. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Resident Evil's a great example. Sometimes you kind of need to.
Keep track of when a sensei might have a weapon skill for you, or when a vendor has something unique to sell. Managing upgrades, resources, when to buy what, can be a burden in a big open world game. At campsites, members of your wolf pack can catch up with you, offering upgrades and unique
I think it's a
items.
cool idea.
This helps ensure you have
Jin's story is
every
perfect. There's no need to
opportunity
revisit it.
upgrade and
I like the
prepare
anthology
for
approach for this
odds
franchise.
as
Yeah.
fast ahead.
Yeah, again, me
You don't
too.
have
I
to
think
leave
it's just
where you're
also
exploring. The game comes
just a lot easier for writers to not have to be constrained by like previously established law.
While exploring as
Let me tell you,
discover all sorts
that's a
of
nightmare.
armor, charms, and gear. Perfect for building up Atsu.
Oh my god, can you imagine if Erica does have a Prime 1 statue? Oh my god, can you imagine if Rahul gets one?
Ranged or melee focused.
That would be
Find and
insane.
combine the pieces that
Oh
are
my
just
god,
right for
it
you.
never even occurred to me before that Rahul can end up
And
getting
of
like a
course,
Saros Prime 1
Customize
statue.
the look of your armor and weapons to make sure that your version
That would be
of
so
Atsu
sick. And I would
looks
not let him buy
and
it.
fights
Yeah, I know Jin had
just the
one.
way you
The like I don't have any room left. Obviously, I have the Prime 1 statues that I have over here, which is I've got Kratos and Balder and Atreus. But what was I saying? Oh, I always wanted the Neo one.
The score of Ghost
The
of
Neo
Yotei
one is so fucking
incredibly
cool.
special to us.
And yeah, sorry, the Jin one was fucking gorgeous. Like it was so beautiful. Otherwise, they have there's a Prime 1 Evangelion statue that's Unit 1 and it's so beautiful, dude. It's so beautiful. Replace the IRL Rahul with it? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Let me show you the new one. It's so beautiful. Power of friendship like an anime. I'm just trying not to do that.
We're releasing 2 tracks.
I don't want too much power of friendship in my video game anymore. I feel like there's just been a little too many of them, man. Nia Prime 1 statue. This one. So fucking cool. God, it's beautiful.
The digital photography community for Ghost of
This,
Tsushima
look
is
at
incredible.
it.
We're happy to
That's
have
a
photo
really
mode
bad way to
back
show
in
it.
Ghost of Yotei
This.
and look forward to seeing photos from your journey across Asia.
No, not that.
We want playing through Ghost of Yotei to feel like stepping inside of
It's
your
so
favorite
good.
classic samurai films. So, from the beginning of the game, we're happy to offer a full Japanese voice track,
God damn.
full lip sync that you can play with subtitles.
誰だてめえ
Big fan, everybody. Big fan. One of the best games ever made.
だか
One of the best video games of all time.
狼の姫
Bless.
取り残
Bless.
らず息の根止めた
And not even just because it's a little horny. It's also really good.
刀鍛冶の娘
No wear and tear on the mousepad. I know I've shown this before, but I do think it's really funny. So I've obviously been using this mousepad for a hot minute. It looks like she has a beard rash
To take the feeling of
because
stepping into a classic samurai
of
cinema experience,
my mouse
Jeff
rubbing on her
Lemire
face too
is
much. So it looks like
once
someone's
again
been kissing her and
partnered
she's
with
got
acclaimed
little
director Akira
rash
Kurosawa's
around her beard.
for Kurosawa
The
Road,
chin, I mean.
which emulates his classic.
It's pretty nasty. But also the back of these mouse pads always have this like this film that you can remove to make it sticky. But I move it around too much and I kind of get annoyed when it sticks. Like it's maybe I should finally take it off. I should have done that 2 years later. But like it's not. It's just I feel like sometimes I'm like I want to move it easily and now it's like hard to pick up. Why did I do that? I don't know. Whatever. It looked gross.
For Ghost of Yotei, we wanted to celebrate 2 other influential
Can I also just tell you guys
directors that had
something
an impact
completely
on the
insane?
genre as a whole.
I tried to have a coffee yesterday and my milk didn't taste right.
First, We've
And
partnered
I was
with
like, that's
Takeshi
not great.
Yotei, director of
And now I'm
13
having
Seconds,
one
for
with
mode that puts
new
the
milk.
camera closer during combat
And
for
it
more intense,
didn't
raw
occur to me
experience
quite
along
how
with
off that
increased
coffee
mud
was
and
yesterday
blood
until now.
splatter.
That I'm like, oh, this tastes really good.
And
Yeah, I
lastly,
definitely had
we
like
partnered with
fully
the director of
expired milk
Samurai
yesterday.
Champloo,
I